Gemini, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your March reading. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the month, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit. Let's jump right in. I'm going to pull some tarot messages in for the spread. Then we'll clarify, but in between, I'm going to pull a few oracle messages, get some angelic insight into the month ahead for you. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for tuning in, for sharing this space with me today. It's a pleasure to have you here. And thank you for all of your support. Okay. One more quick shuffle. Thank you for bearing with me. I like to shuffle on screen, pulling the energies in. Okay. And thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Gemini. Okay. Feeling a very sweet, loving energy around you, supporting you right now. Could be in the non-physical realm. Feels very benevolent, very gentle. Ooh, because you could be going through some sort of tower here. Ooh, a spiritual tower. Wow. Awakening to your own divinity, Gemini. Look at that. Really going within. Sorry, it's a little bright in here today, so you might be seeing that. Current energy, sudden revelation brought on by your own inner awareness. You might be getting a major sign, synchronicity. Even watching this reading might be a revelation in itself. Wow. The challenge is you're going through some sort of loss, Gemini, or a period of feeling a little bit down about something in your life. Recent past, really working on manifesting, okay? Bringing something to fruition in your life. Having a lot of hope, faith, and trust, right? You could be saying no to somebody, okay? Or no to a situation in your life. It's the opportunity is putting up boundaries or coming out of a period of stagnation or illusion. I'm getting, let's see. Near future, 10 of Cups. I like seeing that. Oh, King of Cups and the overall general energy. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of, Queen of Pentacles, what you don't see coming. Stabilizing, and something in the heart space here. All right, let's see. Let's pull the Raise Your Vibration Oracle. What's the Raise Your Vibration Oracle deck have to say for you Geminis for the month of March? Healing myself, heals my lineage. Yes, you're going deep, deep within. Maybe really clearing up some ancestral wounding or wounding around your family history, your family ties, okay? That's what I mean. I feel this very gentle spirit. You could be feeling guided to go deep within things that you inherited, from maybe grandparents that have passed on, your lineage, your ancestral wounding. Wow, powerful, powerful calling to heal, Gemini. All right. What is the angel? I get lost in this. The Angel Guide Oracle. Holy love. This is the third time this has come out in the series. There's so much that people are being guided to address in healing the blocks that prevent you from loving self, right? Really accepting self. I actually was listening to Elizabeth Gilbert this morning and a talk she did, and the happiest people, the most peaceful people are the people who hold a large auditorium space within themselves for their light and their shadow, for, their shame, their regret, and their love and their excitement. We are all of these things. And when we hold space for that, vast amount of space to hold that, not shun it, not shy away from it, not condemn it, not judge it, it allows us to be more at peace within ourselves, which really is outwardly expressed, okay? So I'm getting an overall vibe. This is two things at once, which life usually is, and, right? Loving and accepting self and allowing yourself to be loved, deeply loved and seen by another, okay? Surrendering, right? Surrendering and being truly vulnerable. Okay. Let's keep going. I want to clarify this tower. This tower. Page of Wands, Two of Wands. You could be closing the gap in a new creative endeavor. Deciding, you know what? I'm going to stick with this thing, all right? Because I believe in it. You might have started things and ended things in the past, but you've got something that you are manifesting using your own creativity, and you're being inspired, right? To actually create a plan, not just have an idea, but create a plan. It's coming from deep within your own spirit. Feels like your soul mission, and you could be a little bit stressed about how to make it happen, all right? All the details. 9 of Wands, 3 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Okay. This tower could be around you recognizing what really needs to be healed deep within you. You could have had outer circumstances that really push those triggers within you to say, once and for all, I've got to heal this, right? Healing myself heals my lineage, right? Having this holy love for self. The 9 of Wands is the card in this deck of being overburdened with work, mired down, okay? Simultaneously combined with the burden and the heaviness, it's like the road might get heavier, but you are getting stronger, okay? This tower is you in the realization that until you address these wounds, you're going to have history repeat itself, okay? And this Hermit is your call to action. Some of you doing deep healing work with a therapist or with your shadow work, with what you're being called to in your content, you could be seeing a lot of outer things happening around you to indicate sometimes when we're in this healing cocoon, Spirit is sending us messages, right, of love, unconditional love and acceptance. And I feel as though they were calling you deeper within yourself, right? To clear out, right, some of the shame and wounding around what you have inherited. This is deep work, Gemini. You're not shying away from it. Yeah, this is, and clarifying the Hermit, we have the Page of Wands, the 7 of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. This excavation, I'm seeing this as, in the 10 of Cups, I'm seeing this as, you know, when you go to an archaeological dig and you have to be very careful, you know, when you're just, you know, with the little tools. This is you being very delicate with the process, right? Because if you rush going deeply within yourself and you skip those steps, right? You can't rush the healing process. And you're actually having a conversation this month with Spirit saying, I know, I've got to take my time here. I can't rush the process of healing and going deep within myself. The slower you go, the less fear will come up, okay? Something is really stirring your soul in a creative capacity, but you must take your time. If you're coming up with a plan and you're pivoting into a new arena in your career, Spirit is saying, be careful with the people around you, build relationships, and form a plan that you can slowly build upon, okay? You're being guided to go deep within, to heal the things that, this feels like deep, deep, deep work, Gemini, for you, because you have had encounters with people on your path that have stolen this beautiful innocence inside you. You have this innocent spirit, right? And I think this is you slowly coming to the realization that you have allowed people into your life that you shouldn't trust and that you need to be careful with. I do feel like there's an external energy that Spirit's been trying to get you to move away from enough to see how it's affecting you emotionally, okay? In this tower, this sudden realization this month around, until I heal these wounds that keep me maybe even coming back and repeating a cycle, or you just having people around you in your work life, in your friendship circle that tend to be negative and tend to bring your energy down. You have so much curiosity and creativity, and I feel like it's getting dampened by energies around you, whether they're family members. And the Hermit is a card of solitude, of being more on your own. Once you get on your own and you really access the spaces within you that fill you up, then you get really discerning. You know, if you spend enough time alone, Gemini, you'll start to see, like, when you do interact with certain people, how it affects you, okay? And if you start to see, ooh, that didn't feel good hanging out with that person, you're going to start pulling yourself away from people, places, and things that pull your energy down. You're becoming more aware of it this month. The overall general energy, the King of Cups. This is that deep healing work you're doing, protecting your energy, okay? the Sun, the Judgment, and the Emperor. Wow. Gemini, you are in a beautiful place of divine empowerment. You're in a fated energy this month of your own self-actualization, your own enlightenment. The Sun is enlightening your heart space to unconditionally love yourself in a way that is so deeply empowering. You know what? The best energies we can feel are internally driven and derived. A lot of us spend most of our lifetimes trying to find external satisfaction. And a lot of people who are waking up right now, they're realizing, wow, my inner divinity is a source of light that cannot be touched. Once you connect with Source inside, it is a wellspring of love and power and enlightenment and inspiration and happiness because your heart is open. Gemini, I'm seeing you open in ways you couldn't before because you were not in a more healed, whole place in your own shame and self-acceptance. There's a reason why I saw that Elizabeth Gilbert when I came into this reading, because I knew, Gemini, that there was a reason. So be a large auditorium of internal space to accept the parts of yourself that you didn't before, that allowed energies in to take away from you, okay? You are more aware now of how certain people affect you. What is it that you're working on manifesting here in the recent past? You have a beautiful energy this month that is guiding you. The hands of Source, God, Goddess, your own enlightenment, the empowerment of your soul, your own soul light is really lighting up this month. And your heart is opening in a deeper way towards humanity, towards yourself. It's a symbiotic relationship. The more we open inside, the more life opens up to us. And you're getting it, Gemini. You're getting it. The recent past, you were very stressed, okay? 9 of Swords, very stressed, okay? Page of Swords, in a phase of deep learning. What is toxic in your life and what isn't? I'm telling you, you are overcoming circumstances in your life that dragged you down. Okay, this is your past. This is an energy that does not feel good at all. And you were manifesting from this place. Okay, you could have manifested multiple experiences where you were learning what it's like to tango with energies, okay, that pull on your energy, that drain you. When you start awakening, you start realizing who belongs and who doesn't. And I think you started to realize, I cannot manifest from this deep place of fear. I must learn how to love and accept the parts of myself, right? And once you do that, this energy starts to just fade away from your life, okay? And it takes years sometimes to do this massive cleanup work. You wake up one day and you're like, oh my God, I've got a lot of unhealthy people around me, you know? And they're negative and pessimistic. And whether it was family members or friends or exes that you were just entertaining, maybe they were on your friends list, right? And you would entertain them reaching out to you and you would be there for them. You would give them your energy. Well, you started to realize these people are stressing me out, man. I don't want to manifest holding space for these people in my life anymore. And you started to realize it. I don't think it was one individual. I think it was multiple individuals. And you started to heal. Beautiful, beautiful. You're going so deep in your own processing and healing. And this could be too around the ways that you wrestle in your mind with certain things. Okay? Surrendering your heart space, not taking up trying to figure everything out in your head. Feeling your way through your manifestations, trusting in self. There could have been a way you dealt with energies in the past from a personal perspective of, I feel as though you had this innocence, right? I'm just trying to learn, right? And grow. But there was this distrust of your own manifestations because you would take them up into your head. And Spirit is saying, see the difference? If you take everything up into the mind, you're like, I just got to figure it out. Once I figure it out, then I'll know what to do. Spirit is saying, don't take it to the mind. Keep it in your heart. Let your feelings push through, not your thoughts about your feelings. This is getting esoteric because I think you started to piece this together and you started to realize, A, who needed to go, okay? And B, how you need to change in the way you operate when it comes to tackling challenges in your life that required you to feel your way through, not think your way through. And you got it. You got it, especially around your manifestations, especially in your expression of love with another. Okay? And now you're removing those fear blocks within you. This month is your opportunity. It's practice. Practice makes perfect. You're practicing how to remove the fear that prevents you from really moving through life with an open-hearted space without the projection of fear. Woo! All right, we have the Four of Pentacles with the Two of Swords. I'm telling you, that's the fear. Yeah. The Four of Pentacles lately has really been a card of the fear blocks combined with the Two of Swords. Your opportunity this month is to look at who you give energy to and how does it make you feel? I think you're going to really start putting up some boundaries around people that you've been giving to for quite a while in your life, whoever it is, okay? I'm talking about your energy in your time, whether you're meeting them and doing things with them in your social structure, whether it's someone that you are in love with and you are overgiving, or you're in a period of like, there are fears coming up around this connection because I'm giving and I don't feel like there's an equal give and take here. There's a distance that's being created between you and your awareness, right? Which is what I call the observer. It's why I have an O here. People think that's a moon, but it's an and, right? It's the moon and it's the awareness, right? Ooh, the awareness of the observer. You're starting to observe this month. Wow. Okay. When I give to this certain situation, person, or thing, right? It does not feel good. I'm going to pull my energy back and protect and preserve myself. I feel like you've had people around you, Gemini, throughout your life that you have a very innocent energy. And you're starting to safeguard it. And you're starting to be careful about who you allow into your awareness with the conversations that you have. A lot of this feels like friendship circle, right? Where you're weeding out the people that are really healthy for you and people that aren't. People that really give back to you. And there's a two-way street here. Are they showing their appreciation for you after your interactions? Are they being kind and courteous, right? Or are you overgiving and you're always doing things for other people, but they're not really giving you that energy back? You're taking a look at that this month, and you are distancing yourself from certain people, okay? This is also closing the gap between you giving to yourself and overgiving to other people. So this month, you really need to be focusing on filling your own cup, okay? Instead of filling the cups of others. Fill your own cup, Gemini, okay? What's this challenge here is I think that's the hard part, is you're like, you know what, but you may feel, sometimes we get into this feeling of I owe it to people around me because maybe they were there for me at one time, but this is about you protecting your energy, okay, from people in their conversation who just bring you down. I'm getting that, I don't know if it's one particular person that's been kind of someone that you're having a hard time being honest with because you just don't think it may be someone that's been in your life a long time that you're realizing, I got to cut this friend out, okay? You're starting to open up your heart, and just because you're open-hearted and unconditionally loving doesn't mean that you accept people into your life and you give them energy where all they do is take from you. I think that it's important to note that when we let go of people, of course it makes us sad, okay? Of course it makes us sad. But I think that you're going to be communicating things that are difficult this month I think you're trying to minimize the reactivity of people around you when you start putting up boundaries. And sometimes we avoid saying the truth because we don't want to deal with someone's reactivity. It's like, so if you have to be delicate with people this month, when you're putting up healthy boundaries to preserve your solitude and preserve your heart and your deep, deep healing work, and you know their energy is only going to drag you down if you continue to hold space for them, you can do it in a really loving way. I mean, you don't have to have a direct conversation. Do what you feel guided to do around really putting up boundaries around people that you know if you were honest, they would give you some beef about it. Like, And those are the kind of people, if you can't be truly honest, like, hey, I'm not feeling it. I don't think I'm going to go out tonight. And then they rip you apart for that. Oh, well, I just went out of my way to like get a sitter. And like, how could you do that? And it's like, those are not the kind of friends, right? So you're really going to start opening your eyes to the people that you give your time, energy, and resources to, because you're starting to realize that your energy is sacred. And this is you in your communication skills. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it can be a difficult, challenging experience to communicate the stuff that's hard to communicate. But come what may, you got to put your energy first. See, and then once you clear out, this is the energetic cleanup that we must do to step into newer, higher vibrating versions of ourselves. Because it's not just our internal relationship, it's our external relationships too. The more you do that cleanup work inside, the more you start realizing, well, I gotta like really assess the people around me and who I'm giving to, and are they lifting me up? It's funny because I heard this line last night. I was watching a show and it was like, he asked her, and they're kind of gangsta, you know? But he's like, are you surviving or thriving? And it's true. Are you surviving or thriving, Gemini? And you're taking a look at the way you've survived your life and dealt with certain people and go, you know what? I'm in survival mode with these people. I want to thrive. So I think you're starting to make these necessary decisions that where you're operating from a higher frequency and saying, you know what? I want to thrive, Jenna. I don't want to just survive my life. I want to thrive. And in order to thrive, you cannot be connecting and allowing energies in that put you into survival mode all the time. You have an opportunity to bring peace and harmony into your life. This is the 10 of Cups energy, okay? This is your opportunity. This is the near future. And I think that's what you're working through. You're sifting and sorting the relationships in your life that you know have to come to an end. 2 10 of Cups. 2 10 of Cups. Spirit, you are being, yes, and yes. You are doing it, Gemini. Your near future, if you can do this, the 8 of Cups is leaving people behind because you know you're in search of the 9 of Cups, which is your ultimate fulfillment and satisfaction. In order to do that, you can move on with love, okay? You can move on with love. And sometimes you have to say the hard things. You know what? Here's a little script. I've been noticing lately that I need to spend more time with myself, by myself, filling my own cup. I have really enjoyed interacting with you. I've learned a lot from this relationship. And I'm at a time in my life where I'm really trying to lean into my own needs. And this is not a reflection of anything that has to do with you. It's about turning your attention and honoring self. You don't have to attack people to claim your own sovereignty. You can just merely say, I'm doing my thing. And I'm sorry we made plans and I really fully expected to interact with you. But right now, it's like you could have people around you that you're really letting go of the people, places, and things that don't bring you peace and harmony, okay, in your life. And you do it with love. When you do it with love of self, holding that large auditorium of space. You know, Libra's been working through this too, and all air signs have a tendency to be overly consumed in their thinking around what other people are thinking and feeling, and totally disregarding you. So you're doing the healing work to actually start to recognize, wow, I've been putting my needs last. I've been putting my feelings last and over considering other people's thoughts and feelings to make them feel better. Birds just chimed in. And look we even had the birds here. I'm telling you, you are walking away. Yeah, the birds are chiming in. You are moving on from the people, places, and things that keep you from living in a state of harmony inside and out. I love that because it's time to bring stability to your life, Gemini. And that comes from really claiming your own emotional independence. What you don't see coming. The 6 of Wands, the Temperance, and the Hangman. And there you go. That is your own enlightenment right there, Gemini. I am so freaking proud of you, Gemini. You will have victory here this month by stabilizing in your own energy and coming back into balance. That is your divine birthright. We are born into a world that is full of societal programming and conditioning. And we are awakening and evolving in our own consciousness. And out of that comes so much depth of spirit. I'm telling you, once you start tapping in to your own source energy and you start removing people from your life that are not in that vibe. Do you want to survive or thrive, Gemini? Because you're telling me, Jenna, I want to thrive. And the people who thrive are the people that answer their own inner calling of protecting their energy and only allowing energies into their lives, in the communication, in the direct interactions that lift you up, not drain you down. And this is the evolution of consciousness, okay? There are going to be people in your life that you're going to be vibing away from because they're like, man, that did not feel good, that interaction. All they wanted to do was bitch about this, complain about that. And you're realizing, you know what, that's not stable for me. And you are. I think you're cutting away. And you have to get creative here because this is about you and your own authenticity. The Queen of Wands is an authentic, what's the word? I'm trying to get, I'm going to try and create a mash here. Authenticity derived inner frequency. When you start vibing from your own inner authenticity, this means really being honest about how other people make you feel. You start making very important critical decisions about who you make plans with and who you interact with from day to day. You're going to succeed here, Gemini, and you are stepping up into a frequency of enlightenment, true enlightenment, and you need to celebrate it because it is not easy to let go of people, places, and things that drag us down. But you're like, you know what? That's it. Life is too short. I don't have time for the negative Nellies in my life anymore. I'm telling you, you're shifting out of it. You know what? I meant to pull these in the very beginning. It's called The Hidden Truth. I'm going to pull these now. Yeah, you're reassessing and reevaluating individuals in your life that don't have the best intentions. 7 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles. People and places and things that you know will not help you thrive, Gemini. And this includes people at work. Doesn't mean that you switch jobs, but you stop sharing the vulnerable parts of yourself with the people at work that you know talk behind your back, you know? Or the friends that will be wonderfully loving in front of you, but then say mean things when you're not looking, all right? Do you want to surround yourself with by people who have integrity, spiritual integrity, emotional integrity? That's what you're looking at this month. What's the hidden truth? And then we're going to get the advice from Spirit. Gemini, this is how we raise our vibration. We do the spiritual work within, and then we start seeing our relationships transform, and people fall away that just can't hold that vibration anymore because you're vibing out of it. Hidden truth, the Fool, the 2 of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. I'm telling you, it feels a little unstable at first when you start doing this because you're like, wow, but sometimes we have to cut away at the people that we are actually giving a lot of our time and attention to. And then there's the replacement people haven't arrived yet, okay? You could be in between those worlds this month where you find yourself cutting out people that you connect with on the daily, right? And this comes down to social media too. The people, places, and things that you give your attention to, it matters. So if you clean up your social media, if you feel like you've got people that are really negative in your feed or content creators that are very negative and the vibe pulls you down, you don't need to go against the current. I think this month you're realizing, I want to go with the current. And that means I've got to go and I've got to be very, very careful about what I'm ingesting and the people I allow in my ear, into my heart, into my body. You're looking at all of it. And you're in a brand new beginning where you're going to be stabilizing. And this is you really being wise and logical about the people, places, and things that you know don't belong in the new version of you. Because we are all evolving people. And this is the hardest part about our own evolution. This is the hardest part because there are going to be people you want to take with you that don't belong because of the attachment, okay? So there's going to be a period of uncertainty because it's like you're on, new legs. You see the deers and they get born and they're kind of wobbly. You're going to feel a little wobbly, like you might want to go back to people, places, and things that that were part of your survival vibration. Now that you're in a thrive vibration, it's about being very careful and confident about and the logic that you need to have, and not as much emotionality, right? Around people who might kick up a storm, don't understand, okay, what you're trying to do. All right, let's get some advice from Spirit. What is the advice from Spirit? The hidden truth is you're in a brand new energy, Gemini. And before you completely embody that energy, there's some tests that are coming that are going to require you to be very logical and using your wisdom that you've been gaining by spending time within. And you could be cleaning up your routines, eating more nutritious, healthy foods, drinking more water, spending more time in nature. When we start really evolving in our consciousness, we start really getting quiet inside. And we start really nourishing ourselves in every way, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. You're doing that. You're growing and learning. And I'm so excited for you. You are giving to self in ways you probably haven't in your entire life. You're putting yourself first. What I started out with, that beautiful auditorium. Create that space. High Priestess, the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. I believe that you have been allowing people to communicate with you that restrict you. And you know intuitively, Spirit is saying, all of you watching, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Write down the people after this reading that you know are question mark in your life. And it doesn't mean that you're like, I'm never going to talk to them again, bye. It's just pull back. If someone's draining your energy and they're unhealthy, and you've manifested these connections and you're feeding it, and you're allowing them to interfere with you in your own healing, in your own holy love between you and you, then you got to come out of this place of feeling restricted and held back. Your intuition is telling you, don't hold yourself back in the way you give your energy, okay? They're trying to send you signs and synchronicities around the people that are going to help you thrive, not just survive, okay? Let's get an untethered soul message. This was a very deep, I think this is kind of like a therapy session, okay? Some of my readings, it's like we're going to talk about love and how to handle a dynamic. This is about you and your own spiritual evolution. This is profound. This is a profound month in your spiritual evolution, Gemini. I hope you take advantage of the energies. Okay. As you let go and willingly release the physical, emotional, and mental aspects of your being, Spirit becomes your state. I'm going to say this again. This is exactly what you're doing this month. I love this deck. This is The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. Read this book. It will change your life. As you let go and willingly release the physical, emotional, and mental aspects of your being, Spirit, the observer, your soul, becomes your state. You are in the process of becoming soul driven. It changes everything. Enjoy this month, Gemini. Sending love.